Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Dev. Today we are continuing to work on our very own 2D version of Minecraft. Now last time we got down to business by focusing on generating the world one block at a time. We got dirt and stone layer spawns working, as well as basic trees and mountains, though the mountains took us a lot longer than expected to figure out. But we ended up with a nice base to further work on, which brings us to today's plan. We'll be adding new blocks to our game. These blocks will require different spawn methods than we used to build our world last time. And so we can dig our way around these new spawns, we'll also try creating an efficient block breaking method. So that's the plan, let's get to the coding. First up, I wanted to add bedrock to the list of blocks, giving it the top spot of said list. I also switched all block references to names instead of index numbers, which as you can see worked as expected thanks to the black boxes now appearing on screen. Speaking of those black boxes, I've started working on the inventory system off video, but Minecraft has changed a lot since I've last played it, so more research is needed before it's ready. So I've tweaked the... let me just fix that. Okay, right. So I've tweaked the code to produce mountains of various sizes with different numbers of peaks, which is just an example of the potential for our mountain code. Anyway, back to the coding. For block breaking, I wanted to do something different than what we attempted with our 3D remake of Minecraft. In the remake, we kept track of block info in the blocks themselves, but for performance sake, well, we'll want to avoid doing that here. So instead, anytime we want to break a block, we're going to create a block breaker object. That way we can focus on the blocks that need our attention and not all the blocks at once at all times. So I'm going with obvious red X marks for now, so I know the code is working right. Now, I'm still new to enum usage in GameMaker, so I went with a global array that would define each block's quote-unquote health. Then in the block breaker code, I had it check its position. The breaker then references the array for the target block's health and awaits for its hit counter to match the target's health. At that point, it then destroys itself and the target block. I then tried to tie the image index to the break percentage, but spoiler alerts, I suck at math. Bad math aside, this worked just as I had hoped it would. Holding left click over a block spawned a block breaker, which then checked for the necessary data. It then runs through the hit code unless the player stops interacting with it. Either the hit counter reaches the target block's health, destroying them both, or another running timer reaches 0, which then deletes the breaker object, leaving the target block to remain where it is, unscathed. And because our placement of everything is grid-based, we don't have to worry about position offsets or other weird behaviors. Yay! Now that we have a bit of freedom to move around thanks to block breaking, it was time to return to the world generation. First, I wanted to add a layer of bedrock to the bottom of the level. So, starting from the bottom of the level, I had a 2-tile high stretch of bedrock created like we did with the grass and stone. Speaking of stone, I then extended the stone layer all the way down to the bedrock level. This is going to be important for what I had planned next. So with all that stone to work with, I wanted to add ores to it. And the thing with ore spawns is they tend to have vein-like spawn patterns, which I was really excited to recreate. Actually, the method I used was very similar to one that we've used before. I had all the ore markers in one spot and had them push outwards in random directions until no ore overlapped. We've done this before to generate dungeons and alien eggs, and honestly, it was the best way I could think to recreate the vein-like pattern. I then added restrictions so that ore wasn't spawning in the air or in bedrock, and had the world controller spawn ore blocks in place of stone wherever ore markers were. This resulted in some pretty awesome patterns, quite similar to those found in Minecraft. Now there's obviously more to do here, like defining the actual ores, but much like last episode, this is a great step forward and a great setup for later refinement and additions. And of course, one step closer to a more proper 2D Minecraft. I was honestly not expecting to have this much fun with the challenges that come with building this project, but I am seriously looking forward to future sessions. But for now, that'll do it for this session and this episode of Let's Dev. So remember that if you like this video or enjoy Let's Dev in general, be sure to hit that like button. If you aren't already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. And as always, be sure to leave your thoughts on our progress in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.